we apologize for those technical difficulties. Trevadora, Daniel Schaum with you. We are finally up and running. Perfectly healthy stream. 36-18. We are at an alternate location, so we apologize for the bad quality in the streaming, but we are here. We are ready to go. 36-18 in this one is between Portledge and Trinity, but we are now back live. Portledge, of course, the number 1 seed in this one, going up against Trinity of the 6. And for Portledge, they are leading by about double Trinity's score, so they are going to have to really, for Trinity, they're going to have to up this one. Trent, what have you seen in this game so far?
Yeah, a really dominant first half performance, specifically first quarter performance by Portledge. I believe they led by a score of 11-2 after the first quarter, but that's accredited to the physicalness on the rebounds, and their ball movement has been stellar tonight, Dan.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Trent. And as we see now, Trinity go to the free throw line. We see an air ball there. What do you think Trinity has to do to get themselves back in this game?
Well, I feel like starting to gain momentum through physical play is always helpful. I see they've cut the score almost in half to what it was before their lead of Portledge. So I feel like they're slowly getting back in this game, but Portledge still been able to maintain a large enough lead.
And we shall see what it ends up being. Of course, Portledge in the lead in this one. They'll try and keep that lead towards the end and get themselves to the championship. Trent, championship scheduled to Sunday. You know these guys on this team. What would it mean for them to be in that championship game come Sunday?
Well, for the seniors especially, a squad made up of mostly seniors would mean the world to them. I know they've worked hard, some of them since they were in 8th grade, 5-year varsity players. They've had their seasons cut short by COVID and the pandemic. Unfortunately, they weren't able to play a full high school career. However, they've worked hard. They've stayed on the court, and it's showing. They're clearly dominating.
As we see, Baines hit a big 3 there for Portledge. He puts them up 39-21. And we talked to Coach A.J. Allen pregame. He said there was a lot of talk on this Trinity side. He thought that Trinity was giving them a lot of shade, thinking that they could beat them, but clearly not the case tonight. Trent, who's been your standout player of the game on Portledge's side of the ball?
Well, I've watched one half so far here, and Brandon Lorber's really been hounding those rebounds. He's upwards of 5 rebounds so far. He's been getting the ball to their top guys for shooting percentages, Zaire and Anthony. But he's been really playing excellent defense. Joe Scandalius, too, having an awesome night, draining a few threes early to get the team up. But, yeah, the whole team's playing well and moving the ball well, as we mentioned before.
As we see a 3 here by Trinity, no good, rebounded by Ross. Give it to Follett, and once again, if you're just joining us, we apologize for the technical difficulties in the beginning of the game. Our Wi-Fi here at Island Garden is not the best, and that made us relocate. And the camera quality, too, of course, not the best. We see a couple poles in the way, but trying to give you the best quality here tonight at Island Garden. In a 39-22 or 21 Portledge lead with 4:13 left to go. In this third quarter of play, we see Zaire Baines going to the free throw line now for 2 shots, and we'll see what the result is from there. Baines, 2 shots coming up. So we'll see Baines just waiting for him to take his free throws here from Island Garden in Hempstead, New York. Portledge, of course, the 1 seed, trying to advance into the finals. It's just on Sunday in New York City at Poly Prep. We'll see if they can get there this time around. And we will be there with you on Sunday if these boys can pull out the victory. Of course, Trinity is still a tough team. And Trent, what do you see? What's the delay going on here for Baines' free throws?
Well, it seems to be an issue with the court here. The ref's addressing the issue to one of the Portledge coaches. Maybe they need a rag or someone to wipe it off, or maybe they've just fixed it by a simple wipe of the shoe.
Good analysis there as we see now Baines taking his free throws in this one. Baines' first is up, no good, in and out. as it's 39-21, now 40-21 Portledge. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties early. Trying to bring you the best quality stream. Not great Wi-Fi here, but we've relocated and we'll be with you for the rest of this game here from Island Garden. As we see, this will be a foul going on Portledge in Trinity's favor. 40-21, just a 19-point difference. Trinity 15-3 on the season. They have a big man in number 21, and we will see if they can rebound for Portledge. They're 20-4 in the season, 8-0 going into this one against Trinity. They are the 1 seed. They beat number 8 Collegiate last Wednesday, and it is now Friday, so 2-game gap in between those. Portledge winning by a comfortable 19. So look to replicate that here today, up by 19 as of right now. As we'll see a Portledge timeout, and then we'll get right back going with you here on Sports Cube from Island Garden here in Hempstead. Portledge are leading by 19. Not sure on our foul counts, but the three-pointer here by Trinity is banked off. No good. Rebounded by Baines. He'll bring it up. He wants to be a state championship. Portledge did get to the NYSAIS state championship a year ago, but lost in the final as the layup by Baines is no good. Rebounded by Trinity. Once again, sorry for no game sound. We are upstairs in a studio, so nothing will be heard out on the court. We'll try and give you the best and most accurate description of that. Now, Trent, 40-21, 340. You're a hockey guy. You know basketball. How do you see this game finishing?
Well, it's important for Portledge here not to get too comfortable with their lead. They have to keep hounding Trinity, just as nothing. You know, just as there's no difference in the score. I mean, pretend like it's a tie game here. Even maybe pretend like they're down. It's important not to get too jumpy, though, as well. Trinity's going to try to make a run here. They know their season's on the line. It's obviously a tough position. But, yeah, I advise the Portledge team. I know they can't hear me, but just to keep putting in baskets and getting those rebounds.
Yeah, we just saw that with Baines in the N1 opportunity right there. Stole it. Put it in for 2. Portledge now almost up by 21. With 3:20 left to go, Baines will have one more at the free throw line to try and make this a 3-point play. Here's Baines to make it a 3-point play. It will be no good, in and out. So here will come Trinity back down the court. This one's stolen by Ross, but it'll be a Trinity ball. Comes right back out. So Trinity will have the ball on the left side of things. Here's number 13 for Trinity. He'll pass it right side. Number 24 on the ball now by the 3-point line. As now, Portledge is pressuring hard. Skidalios, who's guarding in the corner. In and out 3 is no good. Now rebounded by Portledge, and it'll be Follett to bring it up. He had a big contribution in this one last time around, and they want to make sure he does again as Portledge puts in another bucket. It's up to 44-21. Trinity seeing their season stretch away from them little by little in this one, as now drive to the basket by number 21. It will be no good. Out and rebounded by Trinity again. They'll try and get it back. This one now put back up. Not good again. We talked to Coach A.J. Allen about the rebounds. He said they want to be the tougher team in this one, the more physical team, as we see Follett with the mismatched shoes on the left side of the court. Follett to the basket. He is stuffed, and this will be out of bounds. It'll stay a Portledge ball.
Yeah, the Portledge has been totally outworking Trinity on the physical side of the ball. But also, Trinity hasn't really been getting too many lucky bounces. I mean, they've had balls just hanging on the rim, sitting there, and then unfortunately going the other way for them. But, yeah, Portledge has been making no mistake on the rebound game.
Definitely not. Now it will be Portledge having the ball once again. Torres kicks it left side to Follett. Now here is Baines. Baines by half court. Baines, long 3. Oh, my goodness. How did he hit that? That is magical. Trent, what the heck? How did he hit that?
He's a sharp shooter. We see him in the gym every time I go in there. He's doing some type of work with the ball, strength exercises. So hard work gets results.
We see Trinity respond with a three, so 47-27, still a 23-point game in this one, as it is now 47-24. This one laid in 49-24 in Portledge's favor.
Some great efforts by Zaire Baines there, really showing how he's one of the top dogs in the league.
As this one, the layup is no good, rebounded by Lorber, and it'll be Baines to bring it up once again for Portledge in a 49-24 game. A minute left in this third quarter. We still got a whole quarter of action for you right after this, as it'll be Lorber on the right side by the three-point line. He kicks to Follett. Follett by the three-point line. Follett drives inside. The lay is good. 51-24 to Portledge, as Trinity will bring it up.
Great ball protection by Anthony Follett there on that drive.
And this is going to be a violation on Trinity. This ball will be going Portledge's way. It's been all Portledge all game. Trinity had a little bit of a momentum swing, but it's 51-24. Portledge have almost doubled. Well, they have doubled and a little more of Trinity's score. Trent, how does Trinity keep their spirits high in this one, just till the end?
Well, it starts with some good energy on the bench. In all sports, it's the most important part, having your teammates behind you. But we're starting to see some negative energy on their bench, some frustration, which is natural. But it's always important to overcome that.
So it's 51-24. Follett has it on the left side. Follett pulls up for two. He cannot hit it. Lorber almost tried to get that, but this one will be taken by Trinity. Trinity now have it down on the right side, holding by the three-point line. Trinity still have it. They're holding, and this is going to be, I'm looking for the call here. It'll be a foul, so it'll be staying Trinity ball. And this one, I believe, will be on, it'll be a block by, I believe, Brandon Torres. So it'll be Torres on the foul, and it'll stay a Trinity ball. Baines will come out for Portledge in a 51-24 game with 1 second left. We'll see if Trinity can run a quick play here to just shoot it. As they do not get it, they'll say no bucket out of the buzzer. It'll stay on the floor, and it'll be a foul. The foul will be on Torres once again. So Trinity will get foul shots to close out the quarter, but it will end as a Portledge lead, as we'll just see if they'll add the 1 second right back.
We see the underclassman, Danny O, getting put into the game here. Looking to make an impact.
Number 50 on the court for Portledge, Dan Okaranko. We'll see if he can make a difference. 1 second left, and this will be tipped out of bounds. And then we get another whistle. Trent, it just seems like this quarter cannot end. 1 second still. Now it'll run out. So at the end of the third quarter, it is 51-24 in the favor of Portledge. Trent, how does Portledge close out this one and get themselves into the finals?
A tight defensive game, playing man-to-man, sticking with your man. Good plays like we just saw there from Isaiah Ross. Crucial times. They may be up by a lot, but that deflection out of bounds to block that pass on the goal line inbound was huge. Little things like that will definitely propel them to an easy win here.
We shall see if they'll be able to do it. Once again, 51-24 Portledge. 8 minutes left as we close out this semifinal game in the NYSAIS State Championship. Portledge, of course, the number 1 seed in this one, facing up against Trinity, who is the 4. Trinity had big hopes, big aspirations. They've been talking a lot. We talked to Coach A.J. Allen before the game. He said that they haven't stopped talking in this one, and that's gotten to them a little bit. That's why Portledge wanted to be the physical side in this one, and they're adapting to a lot of change. They're, of course, we're supposed to play at Portledge today. The power went out, and then right after that, they had to move here to Island guarded in a matter of minutes, and it really threw the Portledge Panthers off. But they have persevered. Of course, they'd love to be at their home crowd, but they cannot be, as we see Ross get in. Here is Lorber for three. Cannot hit. It's too short.
Nice little sequence there. Good ball movement. Stretching the court. The width of the court.
As this one is laid in for 2 points, 51-26. Portledge still leading by 25 now, as we'll see Baines bring it up past half court. Baines drives to the inside. He is the Long Island leading scorer, but he loses it. Trinity will take this one, and they'll bring it up the court. Still looking to get something going here. 7:20 left to go in this game. Trinity drives inside, and this will be going Portledge's way. Anthony Follett takes the charge, and this will be a Portledge ball. Trent, what'd you see on Follett's physicality there?
Well, that was a great play to get in front of the number 10 from Trinity, but ultimately he sacrificed his body and drew the foul, which is great in this late in the game.
You couldn't have a better night for Portledge if you imagined it. For them, they've now had 51 points in only 3 quarters of play. As Trinity are on a fast break, they'll bring it down court, and this one will be a foul, and this will be going to the line for 2 shots.
Another delay here on the foul line. This time, Trinity, player number 16, speaking with the ref.
And Trent, you know, we always talk about, you've played in a lot of neutral sites before. You know, we've seen a lot of these different things. What does it mean, especially if you're going to expect to have your home crowd in front of you an hour before the game? The venue gets changed to somewhere where you're not going to have as many fans as you expected.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's said a lot, but you got to keep a clear mind, a short memory, however you want to put it. It is a cliche, however, it's 1,000% true. The fans are obviously amazing to have, and we do have quite a bit here actually today who made the trip over to the Island Garden Center in Hempstead. But yeah, the Portledge players definitely do miss the home crowd propelling them to a win, but they're doing just fine without them as of now. They're keeping the energy themselves. The bench is loud for the time that we were down there. So
they've been great today. The fan base has come out, and as we see Baines now on the right side, Baines, the Long Island leading scorer, drives to the hole, can't get it. It is rebounded by Trinity, as this will be a foul, and it'll be going to Portledge. Just waiting to see. We'll see if Portledge puts the high press on here. Trent, we talked about that high press. We've analyzed it a lot. What makes it so effective?
Well, you have great defenders on Portledge, such as Joe and Isaiah, who are very athletic basketball players, locking it down and getting to the sharpshooters, Zaire. It almost seems foolproof.
It seems as if every time they put it on, they get in there and they steal the ball. So it'll be 1-and-1s for Trinity because Portledge is at the 8 fouls mark. 1-and-1 is missed, but Trinity rebound it themselves. They'll keep the ball. This one will be not a backcourt violation, almost was. Now driven inside. Stolen by Follett. Now we'll see what Follett does as he dribbles down court. Anthony Follett to the basket. Drives inside. Layup. Oh, my. What a basket by Anthony Follett for 2 points. That was a clutch bucket. 53-28 to Portledge.
Great individual effort there by Anthony. And a great job by his teammates clearing out for him to give him the spotlight there.
The 3 there by Trinity is not good, so it'll be rebounded by Baines. Baines will bring this one up for Portledge as he comes down the court. Here's Zaire Baines on the left side. Baines holding at the 3-point line. He's hit a 3 in this one. Steps back and he gets blocked. Now here comes Trinity with the ball after blocking Baines on his 3-point attempt. They'll get blocked on the other side of the court by Skandalios and Ross at once. A crazy turn of events.
Yeah, I believe there was a foul in that play, though. Number 24 is going to the line for 2 shots.
So the foul will go on Skandalios in a 53-28 game where Portledge is leading with 5:56 left to go in this one. The first free throw is in and good. Second one coming up in a 53-29 game. So if Portledge does end up winning this game, they'll play the winner of Dwight or Poly Prep. They've played Dwight already in the season. They won by 11, 66-55. They know that they can beat Dwight. They haven't seen Poly Prep. We're supposed to. Their game against them got canceled this year. But if Portledge do hold out in this one, we'll be with you on Sunday, bringing you that one. As Lorber went to the basket, he got stuffed. We'll bring you that one from the Spence School, 2 p.m. tip-off on Sunday in the NYSAIS Championship. 5:30 left to go for Portledge to advance to the final. It would mean the world to them. They're PSAA champions, and with their squad of Baines, Ross, Lorber, and Skandalios, they want this senior core to be champions. Trent, do you think that they can do that as we see Follett drive to the hole, step back, and he makes a beautiful two?
Yeah, great shot there. Great step back by Anthony. I 100% think they can, especially seeing the way they're playing today. They seem like they're ready. They're in the zone. They got hot at the right time. And, yeah, they're a wagon right now. They're rolling.
They are indeed. So they'll expect themselves to hold this lead in this one with 25 points, being the advantage with 5:25 left to go. If they do hold out and win this one, like we said, they'll be traveling on Sunday into the city to play at the Spence School. So that would be an epic proportion of a victory if Portledge can pull it off, being PSAA champions and NYSAIS champions both in 1 year under first-year head coach A.J. Allen. Now, Coach Nicholas Satika is still heavily involved in this program, and Coach A.J. Allen just took more of a leadership role this year for this team, and they've loved it. He's been one of the best coaches that they've had, and as we see Trinity bring up the ball, he is always yelling about something because he knows that there can always be something better about this Portledge team. He'll try and replicate that and propel these guys to the final. We know Zaire Baines wants to be a champion more than anything. Just when they won the PSAA, you had a feeling around this team, Trent, like you talked about. They're getting hot, and I feel as if they have the momentum to go all the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're playing a close to flawless game right now, and that's, as you mentioned, credited to their great coaching staff.
It's a great coaching staff and Coach A.J. Allen and the rest of this Portledge team as we see Baines bring it up for Portledge. Once again, I apologize for the technicality issues in that first half. Just couldn't get it going with the Wi-Fi, but we're glad that we can at least bring you something. We promise we'll try and get it better for Sunday. We'll try and bring you better, but here is Folletti, drives to the hole. He steps back, two is no good. Rebounded by Trinity. They'll try and bring this one up. Here they are. They'll bring it past half court. Now Trinity driving, spin move 360, almost broke Baines' ankles, but they will keep it in the left corner. Three-pointer by number 13 is drilled.
Yeah,
55-35.
13's been playing extremely well. He's been all over defense. He's been making some crucial points to try to get his team back in there late in the fourth.
It doesn't seem like they'll be able to do so, though. Portledge really having this one on lock as we see a whistle here on Trinity. So Portledge not being able to hit that 1-and-1 bonus yet because they're at 4 team fouls on Trinity. Not enough to get to that point. We'll see if we see any celeb sightings in Nick Siller, Mahan Mustafavi, Sam Johnson off the bench tonight. And a three-pointer by Baines is way too long as we are getting close to that point where A.J. Allen likes to give his guys some time. Lorber slaps in his face, but number 12 hits the three for Trinity. This one becoming closer, 55-38. It is now only a 17-point lead. Lorber drives to the hole and puts in two, 57-38. Here come Trinity back down court. 57-38, drive to the hole is no good. Rebounded by Ross. Ross will bring it up for Trinity. Three-pointer, no good. So the rebound by Lorber, he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Lorber's contributions to this team cannot be understated.
Yeah, he's kind of an unsung hero here. He's been, as I mentioned, all over those rebounds, and that's an overlooked stat in this game, at least from an outsider's perspective. And he's been working for it. See, he drills his first foul shot in there, well earned.
And it propels the Portledge lead back up to 20. 58-38, 3:37 left to go. Trinity most likely falling out of these NYSAIS championships a little early in the semifinals. But Portledge defending that 1 seed as we see Lorber come off. They'll want to rest him up. Trent, no reason to injure their players knowing that they'll be in this championship on a 1 day's rest coming on Sunday.
Yeah, correct. It's a good move by Coach.
Coach A.J. Allen, perfect move there. So Dano comes in, Brandon Torres on the floor, Baines, Follett, and Ross, your 5. As Dano almost slapped that one, but he couldn't get it. So it'll be Follett to bring it up now for Portledge. Follett has it at the three-point line. He is going to leave it for Ross. Ross driving inside. Ross to the basket. No good, but there's a foul on this one. And it seems as if it's going against Portledge on the flying elbow there by Ross. It'll be a Trinity ball. It's a 19-point game.
Yeah, the Portledge lead staying fairly consistent throughout this second half.
We cannot understate the contributions. Zaire Baines, oh my gosh, Dano just slapped that one and blocked it. But we cannot understate the contributions Baines has brought to this organization. It is his second to last game in a Portledge uniform. There is no competition after the NYSAIS state championships. Once they win or lose the states, that is it for this team. And Baines, Trent, I would say, is probably going to get his number hung up in that Portledge Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. I 100% think so. I think he's deserving of it. He came in, made an immediate impact on this team, and has stuck with it for all of his years.
He's a great player. He's a great contributor to the Portledge community, as we see Ross bring it down to another player that is going to be departing from this Portledge squad come Sunday. Now, Torres will have it, and Trent, he's one of the bright stars that is going to be a face of this program for years to come once Baines and Ross depart from this program, as we see him nearly make the bucket there, rebounded by Dano, and this will be rifled down court to Trinity. They'll lay it in, blocked by Follett. Oh, my.
And an amazing play by Zaire to keep that ball in, too. Wow.
And now Follett takes it down the court, and one. Oh, my. He blocked it. Baines kept it in, threw it down to Follett. He hits the gritty, and it is now 1 point play coming up for Follett.
Love a good gritty.
Who doesn't? Follett really hitting it. Portledge feeling themselves here with a 21-point lead with 1:45 left to go. This one is over. Portledge just outmatching Trinity in every single way tonight, as we see Follett line up for one more shot. So that one is missed by Follett. He'll get one more, I believe. The reason, or he won't get one more. It'll go Trinity's way. Trent, what happened here is that Portledge got a technical assessed to them for that celebration after. So that means that Trinity gets 2 shots on the other side of the court and the ball out of this.
I guess the ref didn't like the gritty. The crowd certainly did.
Crowd going crazy. Wish we could bring you those in-game sounds as we see Follett come off the court, really making an impact here in these last 4 minutes. So 2 shots both made by Trinity, and they'll get the ball. As now we see Eli Sandy come onto the court, a real grinder on this Portledge team, always has been. Leaded the JV team. We see Mahan Mustafavi and Nick Siller queue up to come in for Portledge as well. Trent, what do you got to say as these guys, just as people?
They are all amazing guys. They support their team no matter what. They're always at practice. They're always working hard, filling in those supporting roles. And not one of them is a bad player. They're all incredibly skilled at their craft, and have really aided this championship run here for Portledge.
Yeah, no one's ever been. I've never heard one of them complain about their role on the team either. They want to do whatever they can to make this Portledge team great, as it's now a 61-44 game, 17-point lead for Portledge as this one is coming to a close. We'll see if Mahan Mustafavi can become not ice cold. Can't do it. He's too short. He will stay ice cold from 3. This one driven down the court. Lay is no good, and the rebound will be a Trinity ball.
Yeah, just tipping Eli Sandy there off the rebound. Otherwise, it would have been going the other way.
So it'll stay there as a Trinity ball.
We have 21 here for Trinity at the line.
So the first one there is made, 61-45 game. If you're just joining us, this one is about wrapping up. Portledge led in this one the entire time. They were up 11-2 in the first quarter, and we apologize we couldn't bring this one sooner, but 61-46 currently, a minute left to play. Portledge is going to be going to the NYSAIS finals. Now this one tipped out of bounds. Torres holding. Torres gets it back. He tries to drive to the basket, but this will be out of bounds, and it'll be a Portledge ball off of the Trinity defender. Trent, your prediction here. Who gets the ball off this inbound?
Eli.
It'll be Sandy in the corner. A nice guess there by Trent. It goes to Nick Siller. Siller in the corner. He'll throw it back to Sandy. Now Sandy to the basket. Cannot make anything of it. We'll see Mustafavi on defense. Down the court, it'll be left inside. The lay is good. Dano cannot get a hand on it, as now it'll be 30 seconds left in this one. We haven't seen a Sam Johnson appearance, and we don't think we're going to get one. Siller, three-pointer. That looked like a wacky arc on that one. Now, Sandy gets it back. He'll kick it to Torres. Torres with 20 seconds remaining in this game. Kicked inside, and he throws it away, so it'll be a Trinity ball. Trinity will take it up 20 seconds, just playing for pride. 61-48 currently, as they'll get it up, blocked by Dano. And this one put up again. There'll be 2 shots coming up on the foul, 61-48.
Yeah, Dano getting limited minutes here, already having 2 blocks on his night.
He's a real impact player in this one, and they want him and Torres, along with Follett, to develop into role players coming up for this team. They are bringing in a couple of recruits this upcoming year, but they want to stay as an elite program and establish their dominance. First one there is made by Trinity. Here comes the second. 12.9 seconds. We'll see if Portledge is going to run it here or just let this clock run out. It'll be Torres to bring it up. 10 seconds till Portledge is going to the NYSAIS finals. Torres inside, kicks it to Dano. Dano is going to leave it for Sandy. 3 seconds. Sandy, Portledge is not going to get a shot away. It does not matter. 61-48. Your Portledge, 61-50, sorry. Your Panthers win. They're heading to the NYSAIS State Championships at the one and only New York City. They'll be traveling to the Spence School this upcoming weekend on Sunday at 2 p.m. Trent, what allowed these Panthers to get the 11-point victory tonight?
Well, they were consistent the whole night in their ball movement. They were finding guys, not always the easiest pass, but it was definitely always the right pass, I feel like. And they didn't give Trinity any breathing room. Trinity was trying to get free, but they were heckling them on defense the whole game. So, yeah.
And it can't be understated. The score ends 61-50, but it was not that close. Trinity had a few buckets to end off, but Portledge gets the win in this one, 61-50. Baines and Follett being your leading scorers. They're progressing to the NYSAIS State Championship. Trent, your final words before you sign off here tonight.
Well, thank you all for listening. It was a fun experience. Daniel Shalom is amazing.
So is Trent Medora. And we appreciate everyone listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you all soon. From Island Garden, Portledge wins 61-50. We'll see you on Sunday. For Tremedor and Daniel Shalom, good night.